Hey everyone, welcome back to another exciting episode of Attack on D&D, where we do our Wasted 20 campaign. And let's put all of that aside, because yes, I am Bancroft, the guy who plays Echo, not our amazing DM Flo. Due to some technical difficulties, and unfortunately on my fault on some parts, the audio recorded for the intro and outro weren't set correctly, so they did not get recorded. So I have to replace our intro and outro with me kind of recapping and explaining what is going on. So before we get into the recapping of the past episodes, let's go ahead and flip back over to what did get recorded, which is me talking about some of my board game and also introducing a new player to our table.
Something about his project.
I've mentioned it now multiple times. Just gonna show off a few tiles of the board game we've been going over. So see, there is progress, so people who don't believe me, there's proof. Pat and penny.
He'll sue you if you take it.
Got tokens and whatnot. Even got some cards. So, it's there.
It's legit.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna happen. I know I stated 5 episodes ago, we'll do this before the end of the year. But like we said beforehand, we record early, and I didn't do the math right. It won't be finished till probably first quarter of next year, I want to say. So,
How about?
Things take time.
And,
say what?
Things take time.
Yes.
and also, everyone kind of might notice we've got one missing tonight.
No, it's my armrest. I'm good with
I know it's like you get to have the whole stretch out thing going
Now
on,
you're
but Matt's not joining us tonight. He had other obligations. But on the same token, you might also notice that there is an addition to the table. John.
What's up, guys? You may recognize me from Talking Tipsy. If you don't, you should check it out.
Absolutely. So John,
Shameless
with
plug.
his co-host Jake,
Shameless plug.
I mean, I could have been like, check me out on Michael Relevant, too. Look us up. So.
John is a good friend of ours, his significant other from beautiful Alyssa. And we wanted to have him come in sooner, but things couldn't happen. So right now he's here on a trial basis, though I'm sure he'll fit in just fine. I think
That remains his trial.
I would also like to say that the reason why I couldn't make it is because I was too busy winning the league tournament in softball in Lexington. So we came first place, Ghost Runners. So just saying, we got a
golf
trophy.
clap for that.
Do you want to drop
okay with
any links or info for that as well?
Hopefully
guys
there'll
have
be some
t-shirts?
links in there.
Got hot music coming out here soon.
Local skateboards, we just got a
Oh
new
my
shipment of boards in today. There'll be a skate shop near you coming soon. So, most pop in the shop. Check us out.
Stuff that might be in the channel soon.
I will go ahead and
Mic
point out real
drop.
quick, just because Christian made the point, we do have shirts.
Available on Zazzle.
If you guys are interested.
Yes, we've got a number of different designs up at this point.
Yeah, don't say a number.
I'm not. I said a number.
A number. That number can be 1.
There's more than one.
Its value represented as X. We'll get the equation to you later.
I want a shirt.
They're coming. Promise.
No, they're here.
They're here.
Like yeah,
Right
they're
here
here.
them now.
Yeah, just.
Oh, we just have.
Everyone look under your chairs.
You get a shirt. You get a shirt. You get a shirt.
We record early, so by the time this episode airs, you
not
guys
my
allowed.
fault.
The shirts are available.
Oh no, the shirts will be available by this point.
They are available now.
Yeah, they are available.
Regret that choice?
What did you do?
Just
It's
cocaine.
not tasty.
Oh.
All right, I think with
Wasn't
that.
expecting.
Alright, now we're back to me. So, last time the group continued pushing through the desert with the newly friended ally, Cossack, and eventually came across a group of traveling merchants known as the Mian'Jirs. Once there, the group, well, parts of the group went there to figure out who they were, figure out what they did and what they sold. And eventually, everyone but Echo eventually went over there. And some of them purchased some items, or at least browsed the shops, while others like Uli learned the ability, or not the idea of the ability, but the potential ability of traveling through shadows as he begins to learn how to meditate and reflect his own abilities, with Click by his side trying to do the same thing. But I think we're going to go back to Echo with the chocobos right about now.
Echo, who was back at the camp, I believe.
The chocobos are linked together, and I'm just reading my book. Wait for the chocobos to get better.
As you're sitting there reading your book, Tulok has made his way back towards the camp and is now crossing over one of the taller dunes that separate the camp and where you are with the choke base.
Faces in the book.
Gonna kind of make my way down to him. I guess you're sitting, standing,
I'd be sitting.
levitating.
Floating midair.
Oh. I'm gonna kind of plop down next to you and then kind of drop all the tents down. Because at this point I now have like just a bundle of
Yeah.
fucking tents.
Oh, I forgot you bought
4 or 5.
tents.
Yeah, I bought a bunch. Just here they are. The man of tents. I have a lot. How many did I buy?
You
I
bought
bought like
I
5
bought
or 6.
4.
I believe you bought 4.
Yeah, 4 2-person tents.
Yeah. Which would have given one of you, presumably yourself, your own tent.
Yep.
So since that was last session, are they past 10s?
They are.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
I almost want to give you an inspiration.
I want to shun him.
Right. Shun.
So, I'm gonna plop down next to him and look over, like, kind of look at his book.
I'm reading the spellcrafting one,
Spellcraft.
which I think I'm getting 80%.
Yeah,
85.
you're getting close.
Yeah.
A book on magics?
To craft spells. Different techniques and styles.
What other kind of books do you have?
He reaches around to his backpack and pulls out. I bought 12 from that first guy, so I have 32. But he has one of my books. I pulled out 10 more books.
Alright. Kind of, like, pushing him, trying to look to see what all is
You would
there.
see like an encyclopedia of books that there's a like.
You have a list?
I have the list. I have all of them, but the last one I bought, which was the
That one was
The history-
Carde and the Uglupe Temple.
yeah.
But you would see a list of like beginner's guide to divination, beginner's guide to conjuration,
Yeah.
abjuration, evocation.
Illusion, necromancy, transmutation. I also have a Xanathar's there and a Volo's book. Books that they have written themselves. Just kind of little documentaries or something.
Yeah.
And then this Carde Casa.
It's Cardi B.
We do need to talk about it. I have older books, but they're like almost burnt and worn out and stuff.
Yes.
And there's one that's almost like a book at my side. It's always on my side, which you've seen me flip through before. It's covered in almost like thick, I don't want to say banana leaf, but that same type of like heavy leaf material that cover and stuff.
It's a very I kind of imagine like a thick, waxy leaf
Yeah.
that has
A variety of colors of pages. And
right, and that has started to wilt if not preserved. So, but it's wrapped in that very kind of hodgepodge sort of book.
None of this reading is necessarily for me.
Well, not necessarily.
I have no need for such spellcrafting.
Not all of them were spellcrafting. And I'll hand him this one. The Volo's book. Some have information on creatures, sometimes weaknesses, or even just where they live and how they survive. Just a better understanding of our environment.
Would this book have information of those who live here in this land?
I haven't gone through it yet to tell you.
Perhaps I will look at it a later date.
Make all these books just have stacked up.
Okay.
But tell me, what is your problem?
What do you mean?
I need you at
Close the book.
100%. And we have now traveled for a few days, and you've never once mentioned your brother, where you sat for 3 days and would not move without him.
He left.
He left, and as soon as he did, your demeanor is different than it was. You were coy. Now you're aggressively running.
My tribe is sick.
Sick how?
Something has ailed them. and we came here to get money to help take care of them. I have the resources now. I want to get back.
I get that. But rushing and putting yourself in danger, how does that help them? It is safer to sleep in the day and travel at night.
I'd rather not lose time.
You don't.
It's
the same time. Instead of you spending 8 hours.
Your moving time.
Instead of spending
Potentially
8 in the dark.
But the 8 hours we would travel now, instead you want to rest, could be travel
Which
in the
then
end.
gives us 16 that we can travel. As opposed to traveling for 8. We also must rest in the day. At night we can push harder.
I'm traveling when the chocobo is ready. And if you guys want to travel with me still, I recommend this. We travel through the day and push through the night, and then we rest the following morning.
That could work, or we would kill these birds.
We will stop for the birds to rest. If you want to stay a couple hours later here, we could do that.
It would be wiser, since it is midday. We don't travel during midday.
I have no problem waiting for them to be ready. But I'm not going to rest. I am not tired. You're asking me to go to sleep when I'm just waking up 6 hours ago.
Yes.
And I can't go to sleep on command like that.
I saw a man in the arena who made people sleep on command.
There's magic that will allow that to happen. But if someone is healthy enough and conscious enough, the spell will have no effect.
Well, then we simply make them not healthy?
I don't have the ability to do that. And I don't think no one else here does.
Sure we do. It is these, our fists.
And you risk the chance of damaging bones and muscles by doing that, weakening the group, so that when we do travel, they're not fully recovered.
But is it not true that when a bone heals, it heals stronger from a break?
Have you ever broken a bone?
A few.
And how long does it take to heal, truly? Because spells don't heal all wounds.
A few weeks.
So if you break someone's arm, like our rangers, he can't fire a bow.
True. But I wouldn't break his.
But that's my point.
And again, when we travel, he would sleep that night. He's useless to us. He cannot see in the dark. You can. I can. The elf can. I'm not sure about the air child, but I'm certain the cat can. He seems very adept at night. And I'm not sure of the bird. But those are two who can sleep while the rest of us travel. And then we would shift. We could do that as well. I understand your urgency.
I don't like it, but it makes sense. We can wait and do that.
Go goes back to reading his book. I don't want a percentage on that.
Back to the others. Uli stands with Valvaith, continuing his conversation about the Obsidian Conclave. He explains this is an organization that helped him hone his skills and find his center. Click, kind of trying to figure out how to move through the shadows as Valvaith did. Kosek and Makani, I believe, were speaking with Grayson, the tradesman that was showing you the feather.
Yes.
I bought my stuff and I chopped the walking stick in half.
You cut it in half. Okay. What's Makani do?
So how much was the feather again?
Let's see. The feather would be available for a paltry 350 gold.
That is not bad. Would you consider 60 gold for it?
Make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Well, that's a 4.
No, I'm sorry, my dear. This has to be. No, these are quite rare.
No. That is not how this works. You say a number, and then I say a number, and then you say another number, and then I.
Oh, so this is to be haggling then. Got it. Well, okay. I'll play your game. 349.
What would happen if I just killed you and took it?
Cossack stops like mid-swing.
Meaning no,
was around.
meaning no offense. I'm just saying that I could just kill you and take it. I mean,
Truly, you could. However, that doesn't seem like a good idea for any of us. That would be... You would fight me. I would have to fight back. My people would
I'm
protect
pretty
me.
strong though.
Your people would protect you, and it would basically cause a land swallow.
That is a lot of trouble for a feather.
It's a lot of trouble.
Okay. Well, I don't have that much gold.
I understand.
So unless Uli steals it from you, I am not interested right now, okay?
Well, let's hope he doesn't do that either.
Okay.
On to Uli.
I'm just kind of standing out of that shadow like, ta-da!
That's good. Keep trying. He's determined, at least.
Concepts are over the head of us.
You know, sometimes it just takes a little bit of determination.
I want to try it by stealthing and crawling underneath the house.
Okay, make a assault check.
Oh man, this is going to be bad. Hopefully I have 20 this. 3.
No, he definitely. But he doesn't say anything. He just kind of watches you. Just so you understand, my mysterious friend, the Obsidian Conclave have places in every city, pretty much any settlement, as long as you know where to look and know how to ask.
And how does one ask?
It's all in the book. If you take the moment to go through it, you'll figure that out yourself. Though
Kind of like a thieves guild almost.
it's very similar, though it's not a crime syndicate. It's more of a information network.
That could be useful.
Right. They saved me. I was life of crime, involved in gangs and drug distribution, and I really just found a new way to appreciate life. And I've since found myself traveling with Mian'Jir.
Drugs like poison.
Sure.
I mean, I actually would more prefer to deal with those.
Not poison in the typical sense. Think mind-altering manipulative.
I mean, what's wrong with that?
When it destroys families a lot.
You know, I don't think anybody around me has much of family.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Don't apologize. It happens.
But I know where you're coming from.
Sure.
I grew up on the streets alone. Forced to do what I had to do.
Can't say I had that, but I guess.
But give that a read. Go through it.
I plan on it.
See what it does for you.
When I have time, when I'm not watching. Facts.
I will give you this because someone will probably ask for it if you were to go asking questions, and if you didn't have this as support, you may be seen as the wrong type. All right. He kind of reaches in and pulls up this necklace, and it's got a small obsidian crystal that is tied to the end of a chain. It's kind of, it almost looks like almost in the shape of a longer tooth. And he hands this to you.
Can't just go flaunting all my jewelry then.
No.
I guess.
But if you were to need protection, as it seems like, given the fact that it seems as though you're hiding, if you were to need protection, that would be a good place to turn.
All right. Do you want anything for this?
Pay it forward when you're at a point to do so.
That's a lot harder to do for me than you possibly think it is.
See what your stance is once you finish that.
Then, well,
Not once you've finished reading it, but have finished learning to apply it.
yeah, I've seen more blood than I could count.
That's fair.
Don't think that's going to end anytime soon.
As you all continue your conversation, the individuals who are riding kind of in the back of the carts that the Mian'Jir were pulling have started to file out. There's a number of different species. There's human, there's dragonborn, there's other tabaxi, there are lizard folk, there are a few kobold. Amongst them, John, describe yourself.
He's a tall man. Say probably about 6'5", 6'6", very large individual. He's got full beard, a mane of hair, skin. It's hard to tell what ethnicity he might be because he's just dirty. It's about the only color I could describe his skin is just dirt.
Just dirt color.
Yeah. He's very brute, wearing chainmail with, I would say, appears to be like pelts and different things underneath. Just a sturdy mount of a man.
Great. Make a perception as you exit this cart. You see that a few outsiders have approached the Mian'Jir and are now negotiating for products, but make a...
It's been 19.
Be a 19. You would see a number of different individuals interacting with Grayson. You see this odd-looking female. She appears to be haggling over one of Grayson's wares. You would see a tabaxi breaking his walking staff, and it looks like maybe you're not sure what he's doing at this point. You would see with Valvaith the bugbear, you would see a dark cloaked figure having a conversation with him. And you would see this little creature kind of crawling under one of the carts.
Hey, I'm pretty stealthy.
I think you are.
And so what is the objection of this stop? Like, why is this caravan stopped in this region?
They broke an axle. They broke an axle on one of their wagons.
All right.
Or they broke a wheel. I'm sorry.
I guess I will walk over to the young haggler over there, and so Wulfred will approach and I'll say, "Don't reckon it'll help much. He ain't much on haggling."
Devram, is that you?
What?
No, I'm.
But you would see a human with
Yeah,
her as well.
Dude, call me Dad.
They kind of all look the same to me. Yep.
I ain't your daddy.
No, we're going to see Echo's papa.
I reckon who Echo be.
He's my friend. He's over there with the chocobo.
Can't tell much about him. Why wearing all that dark and stuff?
Well, I don't know. It probably has a dark, mysterious backstory we don't know about yet. But also, I think it keeps the sun off of his skin. Also, he hurt his face, so I don't know. He seems pretty insecure about that.
Reckon you said hurt his face. You reckon what hurt his face?
I don't know.
I reckon I'm done talking to you. I'm just gonna walk off, and I'm not gonna make it apparent, but I am gonna try to see if I can kind of veer into his cloak to see if I can.
They are a bit off, so you'd have to move considerably closer.
Yeah, that's where
And
I'm.
they're like 200 feet away.
Yeah.
We're past the dude, aren't we? Like, we're out of sight, aren't we?
Yeah.
I pointed that he was over there with the chocobos. I didn't say you could see them.
Oh, but Fluff did say I could see him. He said I saw
Well,
both creatures.
Theater of the mind, okay?
That was the person standing next to Connie, the cloak. Right?
Yeah, no, Devram was next to
Oh,
the
okay. I was getting confused.
Right, and then cloak figure being Uli. But you
all right. Okay. All right. So, were you saying?
Was Makani referring to Echo or?
She was referring to Echo because he was off with the chocobos.
But so she mentioned.
Okay.
She motioned into the direction that he would have been, and I don't believe that Echo moved to the camp.
Then I'm gonna try to get a glimpse of Uli then.
Okay, make an investigation. You got your hood up.
I see nothing through your disguise.
Yeah. You don't really get a lot of details on him as you look at him.
That was a 3.
Yeah.
This is a cloaked figure. It's really hiding those features.
That's not who I was talking about. That is my best friend Uli.
I reckon I thought you just said his name was Echo.
No, the Echo's kind of far away. See, what happened is we all met each other in Onokite, and there was a fighting tournament, and Makani goes through the whole story about everything that's happened so far. And then we found the Sovereign's Hope, and it got stolen, and then Tula killed someone brutally, but then he was disintegrated, he was killed. I don't really know what that means, but I know he died, like, really hard, like, really fast. And then she goes on, and then we found a cat person, and he was like, he found a hand, and we are going to lose a hand, or we're going to get the hand. How many hands do you have?
I reckon I got both my hands.
And then she goes on, and then we met you.
No, during your any point of Makani's story, would she have mentioned that Echo is a orc?
No, I don't think that's important.
Okay.
I don't think she knows this.
I think as she's talking
something
though,
like
he would
that.
try to inquire about, because she's already mentioned that they have a cat and different characters. So I think Wulfred is going to be like, I reckon you'd be traveling with any bigger creatures, maybe.
Yeah, some bigger people. But you're pretty big too.
I reckon I am fairly good size.
Yeah, how big is Echo? Echo's and Tulak, both of you guys are pretty big, right?
You're 7'3", right?
Yeah.
Echo's 7 feet.
Yeah,
Or
they're
7'1",
bigger than
but
you
yeah.
are. They could probably beat you up pretty easy if they wanted to.
Don't put us in that box. Not yet.
And you, because I hear this entire conversation.
I'm sitting on the ground, like right behind her, just like listening and making up my lean-to.
I reckon it looks like you got a lot of tents here. You're planning on staying the night.
Well, we're traveling through the desert. See, we're going. I already told you this, but we're going to see Echo's dad. His tribe lives like kind of near here. Is this your tribe?
No.
Is your dad here?
I reckon I ain't got no dad no more.
I don't know if I have a dad. Maybe.
So
It's really hot. The heat is getting to me.
There's some strange lady like screaming up back there behind you. I just
Yeah.
wanted to mention that.
I reckon it sounds like you're hearing voices.
Yeah, a little bit.
this here wheel is real broke. As this lady goes on.
Would Wulfred have knowledge of the nearby orc tribe or village?
Make a generic intelligence check.
No, he doesn't. It was a 4.
You would not. As you'll begin having your conversations, you were breaking your walking stick in half. To what end?
Just shorten it from like 6 foot down to just like 2 or 3 foot poles to make a lean-to.
Okay.
A long, narrow lean-to that I can pile sand over.
Got it. Okay.
Camp during the day.
So you were kind of constructing your little hideout for the day.
Well, not constructing it, but cutting the pieces down to where I could. It's now easy to set up.
Got it.
I was hoping that you were making nunchucks.
That's what he's going to do with the leftovers.
Those could be a druid weapon.
Valvaith kind of gives you his leave. I'm sorry, I'm going to go help them repair this. If you need anything, please let me know.
I am going to help you, though.
Yes.
Get rid of that cloak as soon as you find someone to sell it to.
This one.
Yes.
I kind of like this one.
You can like it all you want, but you are in danger wearing it.
Doesn't seem dangerous to me.
That's because it's of my own make. Therefore, whoever is looking for me will be looking for that.
Well, then here. And he takes it off and just lets it go. The wind catches it and it's off.
Or you could do that.
Better?
Well, I was assuming you could make some coin for it, but that's not good.
If it's dangerous, I would rather not sell it.
Well, I've kind of already done that once.
Right. Why would you want to get rid of something that would cause harm or so forth?
Honestly, if they're not hurting me, then that's not my problem.
Hope that clarifies your train of thought in there. There's a lot of talk about key and centering yourself and trying to make peace with the world. Peace in yourself. Hope it's able to help you out a little bit.
Right.
Right. I thought it was weird too, kind of pansy stuff, but...
I didn't say all that. It's just...
But, well, that was my thought. But I'm going to go over here and help them. If you all need anything, please don't hesitate to ask. Grayson has wares if you need tents. I think we have a wagon that's collapsed that could be assembled for you if you need it.
I think we've got everything mostly we need.
All right. Well, you said your name was...
Uli.
Uli.
Yes.
It was nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too.
He makes his leave and goes over and starts helping them fix the broken wheel. Some of the thry crane have moved up and started helping lift the cart up so they can get the wheel off and replace it with a new one. You see, look up, make a perception for me.
14.
You see Makani blabbering across the way. Some tall.
I mean, blabbering, that seems a little
I know if I heard
aggressive.
you a minute ago when you were talking to the I would already thrown something at you. But I was in conversation.
She's just talking a million miles a minute.
And then we found the southern tub.
Can I make a survival check to see if I recognize any of the furs that he's wearing?
Sure.
As from this desert area?
Make a nature check.
Nature. Sight.
None of the pelts are from this region. Nothing that you've seen.
This time I'm going to kiss my holy symbol and stealth again. Try one more time.
Okay.
Seven.
Your armor is making all kinds of racket as you're trying to
Wait, are you wearing chain now?
Yeah, you have disadvantage
You
on
have
all
that
of this.
disadvantage.
I thought I heard 2 dice roll there.
That was still 7.
Still terrible.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, wait a minute. I'm
But yes, you do see Makani just chit-chatting.
just going to shake my head and start walking back to the
Drug
camp of ours. Yep.
I'd give up at this point. If I heard my armor just...
You probably also see us like looking at you like
I'm not paying attention to you.
That is
I'm
slick.
moving,
He is my very best
I'm moving
friend.
through the shadows, man.
He's a bird
So
person.
you kind of give up and move out.
Yeah.
Do you want to go visit the shopkeep, the tradesman, or
If I heard them asking for help with the will and stuff, I'd go see if I can do anything.
okay? You move up, and the will has actually cracked, and the will is pretty damaged. But you see that a bunch of the Thrycrane are holding the cart up as Valvaith is assisting and unscrewing the clamps on the wheel and pulling it off. They've got it under control.
I'd just go sit somewhere then.
You do see Uli moving off towards where Echo and Tulok went.
Yeah. I'd get in a good enough distance to be able to hear everything, and just if I see anything pop up, I'd write it in my book. And
Got it. Back to Tulok and Echo. You all are sitting there. As you're sitting there, were you all having any kind of conversation?
After that, I went back to my book.
You went back into your book.
Yeah.
I would kind of poke at him with the whole,
So why do you not care for your brother anymore? Did he say he would meet you somewhere, or did you come to the conclusion that he left you?
Just read the book.
No answer. As you're pushing for information from Echo, Uli makes his way over the dune and walks back towards the camp.
As Uli's walking away, I will wait till he's a good distance, and then I'm gonna follow because Wulfred is definitely intrigued to know what he is, since he was not able to decipher that.
Okay. Make a stealth check.
I'm not trying to stealth.
You're not trying to stealth.
No,
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, once I think he's like, all right, I'm gonna start following him. If he looks back, he'll see me. I figured it's kind of a desert, so there's not a lot of hiding.
it's midday, like
There's nowhere to hide, really. Okay.
I mean, I guess I could like try to like crawl through this.
Oh, okay, bye, new friend.
Can we see like his interest in Uli?
You would definitely.
Or just, the man with the deep cowl is a dark elf.
No, you're not supposed to say that. It is a secret. So don't tell anyone, okay?
They've already said that they don't care out here.
No, but Uli told me not to tell anyone.
You didn't tell anyone.
I reckon I don't care much about dark elves.
That's true.
I care more about orcs.
Oh, I know some of them too. So what are you building anyway?
It's a tent.
I reckon they might be part of your friends.
Yeah, they're over there over the hill.
I reckon I'll go say hello to them too then.
Okay, can I send them your tent?
Now, given the information that he was kind of looking for, you make your way over.
Yeah.
Tulok and Uli, as you rise over the dune, you see Tulok and Echo there with the Chocobos have all been tied together.
I'm gonna hop up on one backwards.
You're up on one backwards?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm just gonna get this book out and start reading a little.
Okay.
Just to sit on Indian style. Like, it's not
Riding
as,
it McConaughey style.
not as comfortable as I thought it would be, but oh well.
Your bone's not really
Yeah.
made for sitting that way.
Backwards, yeah.
Wulfred, you make your way to the hill where you see, as you hop up over the hill, you're passive. This would be enough. You would see two figures sitting, one reading a book, the other speaking with him, and then you saw the dark cloaked figure that is now sitting atop a chocobo reading a book as well.
And just to clarify, the robes on Echo, which covers the entire body except for his arm, but here which is red, is like patches of white and like various of grays and stuff.
and I don't look like the typical half-orc. I actually look more elf. Ears are prolonged or elongated like an elf's ears. Pale skin, long blonde hair. But
Sharper features.
But I have the tusks coming out, so that's the defining in the fact that
Yeah.
I'm gargantuan.
I watched episode 1.
Yeah, there you
Hooray! He watched!
So you see the three of them.
I'm gonna make my way down there, and with seeing that he is no armor what I'm looking for, and knowing that he is a dark elf that has avoided me, I'm not gonna approach him either. I'm gonna approach the half orc elf. Orc elf. Orc elf. I reckon you'll be with the little one that talks a lot.
The little one that talks a lot.
There's a girl. She's up there talking.
The air child, yes.
She didn't look like air. I could see her. She was right there.
No, she is the bastard of an elemental.
Make a nature check. Just to see if you know
What a bastard elemental is.
Nature. That is a 15.
Yeah, you would know that she is a Genasi. She's the half-breed of an elemental.
I reckon that didn't come up when she was talking. She said just about everything else, though.
She doesn't know what she is. She's simple.
She seemed mighty simple.
I imagine she's taken a blow to the head or something.
I reckon what y'all be doing down here. She told me everywhere you've been. She didn't tell me much about where you're going.
Well, if she hasn't told you much of where we're going, I don't see much sense in telling you either.
She said something about y'all going to see the papa of an echo. I don't know how a sound could have a father or nothing.
Probably the source of where the sound came from.
Yeah. I reckon that makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
I reckon what direction y'all think that sound came from?
Lots of places. Sounds come from everywhere. You should speak to the bird sometime. He makes all kinds of noise.
Yeah, I heard him over there. He was rustling around trying to hide, it looked like. I couldn't much tell. He was just making a lot of racket, throwing up some dirt and stuff.
He's not very good at things. He prays to a false god.
Hey.
Oh, you dissing everyone over there on the stand, dude.
Dulok tonight.
What time of the day is it?
It would be a little bit after midnight. I would say around 2.
Say midnight or midday?
Midday.
Okay, I swear I heard midnight. I was like,
Yeah,
what?
I thought I did too, and I was like, we wouldn't be here.
No, midday.
Yeah,
So is there any shade or anything in the area in which we are?
Not really.
And you're currently putting up tents, correct?
I'm putting up a tent.
So whenever I finish breaking my walking stick, I would head back.
Okay. As you move back, you see the three of them doing their thing, but now you also see this taller human that is engaged in conversation with Tulok.
Now that there's 3 of them, I'm gonna close the book, put it in my bag, stand up, dust myself with the sand off me. Since I was convinced to stay here, I'm gonna walk up there and see if they have any books.
Okay. You pass Echo on your way. As you're coming down the dune, he's now walking up that. You make your way back to the camp where Wakani is assumedly just kind of
Just talking to people, you know, learning their names, their favorite colors, that kind of thing.
Their dreams and aspirations.
We're kind of the elf. What's your favorite color?
as your perception is good too. As you get up to that kind of half circle of the wagons, that the one is nearing its final repairs, you see a man who has a bunch of wares that he's kind of set out from where he had showed them earlier. And he's kind of standing there taking inventory, messing with a few things.
Hang on, that's up. I'm just gonna walk up, just stand there for a second, awkwardly.
Hello, can I help you?
Do you have any books?
Let's see, books. Books. I don't believe that I have any books.
Does anyone here have a book?
Caricia! Yeah! Does anyone around here read? Not that I've ever seen. Thank you. I don't.
Nick just turns around and just starts walking off.
But I do have something that maybe you would be interested in.
What?
From the looks of you, looks like you're pretty practiced with magics and things like that. I see your book hanging at your side. You like to read, right?
I'd like to read, yes.
How about this? He pulls out the box with the clear top with the red feather on it. This is the down of a phoenix. Any interest in writing or?
The hell is it down to? What is that? Echo doesn't know. He's just like,
This is a feather
Yes.
that fell off of a phoenix. Surely you know what a phoenix is.
surely.
Surely.
Is that nature, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, surely a 9.
Is that the one that we found?
I don't know, maybe I've rolled 2 6s in a row.
So is the roll a 20?
You know, the creature of legend that sets itself aflame and is reborn from its own ashes.
What's it do?
This is it's down, so a feather. If someone were to die, this could save their life.
I've seen magic could do that too. We have people who can heal.
Yes, but from my understanding, the reversal of death is a taxing spell.
Echo thinks of who he's traveling with and how much he cares about him right now.
How much?
350 gold.
He kind of pulls his coin pouch out and just kind of.
Can it not be less? I understand it's from a rare bird, but
Make it persuasion.
You got this, Echo.
You should offer him a feather from another river.
I'll go for it.
Oh man, a 2.
No, I'm sorry. 350 is a steal.
the legend is that it just heals someone who has died.
Yes.
Does it go away after that? Do we know?
Yes, it is consumed upon use.
That's a lot of money to throw down something one time. Dulox's not there.
Do you know if it will cure anything from that person if it revives? Like if they're poisoned or ill and they die from it, will the illness go away?
I would assume yes.
Echo pulls out 300, equivalent 350 pieces of gold. And buys it.
Right. Well, I wasn't actually expecting one of you all to buy it, but here you go. In this case,
Why not?
Says the DM.
because it is expensive.
Were you assuming we weren't wealthy enough for it?
No, it's just most people don't want to throw that type of coin down, or something like this. Usually, these type of things go to collectors or scholars who are studying. And also, you look thirsty.
I have water.
He breaks off a leaf from a potted plant and hands it to you.
I hold up 2 water skins.
What's
We're
a leaf
obstinate
gonna,
today.
You are obstinate, yeah.
what's a leaf gonna do that these already provide?
This produces a gallon of water. It's a good reserve if you all are going to be out in the desert for a while. Since you bought the gold, since you bought the Phoenix Town, I was going to give it to you.
I'm just not used to people being. And he thinks back to what he's traveling with. So trusting.
Well, we make our living by being kind.
I put both items. Wait, how much does the grass leaf cost? Wait.
I would say less than a pound.
But is it easily to be ripped by, like, if I had to bag a bunch of stuff?
It would break easily. Yes.
I put both those in my third bag.
Okay.
Thank you for all that gold earlier, brother.
Yes, I
was like, how the fuck is he?
Oh, I had.
Yeah, no, you get a lot. I remember.
He left him quite a bit.
But Echo believes this feather can help him though. So.
Okay.
Super
Just
Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
all right. Anything else that I can do for you?
You don't have books, or no?
So sorry. Maybe we'll start carrying them since now we've had expressed interest.
Thank you.
No, thank you, and good luck on your travels. Where are you all headed anyway?
We're heading the direction of the saucer. The golden one.
Okay, so you all are heading over the Ionok Oasis then. Well, what used to be the Oasis. If you all need supplies, you all could stop by Thornbarton. It sits on the northwestern side. If you pretty much go south from here, you'll hit it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Echo just starts slowly walking back, I guess.
And that only leaves Click and Makani still with the Mian'Jir.
I'm just still kind of writing in my book, just.
So, and I have this list of things that I want to do. Where did everybody go?
You're sitting there talking to a Thryed Crane who's just like.
It was nice to meet you, strange person, but I have to go now, okay? I'm gonna head back.
In your head, you hear goodbye. And the Thryed Crane is just making a leave.
Goodbye.
Be safe. And then it kind of turns around and goes back to its duties.
I hope they didn't believe me.
I'm just walking, so.
She runs past you.
Makani would run past Echo all the way back. You see everyone's moved off and
Just kind of close the book, hop on the Chocobo, the two I have, and just go back.
you make it back. By this point, it's still about the same time as when you had asked. It's still 2, 3 o'clock perhaps in the afternoon. The sun is bearing down, though not at its highest point. It has started on the wax down, but it is definitely hot still. As everyone has regathered at the camp with the stranger in the camp, making some form of conversation with Tulok.
No, he's actually just standing there very awkwardly, watching Tulok build his tent.
Oh, he's just standing there?
Yeah,
That's
he's
not
not talking to him anymore. After he stopped talking to him, he stopped talking as well, and he'll just randomly do a little.
This weird grunt.
Yeah, just sit there making him.
In order of occurrence, Makani would, kind of come up over the dune, just roll down this dune.
Of course they rolled down this sand.
And you see this air child just roll down this dune, laughing gleefully the entire time. And then you would see the 2 chocobos that appear over the dune being guided by a small kinku sitting atop one of them, followed shortly by the other masked and cloaked figure as he's returned from his endeavors.
What's that feather weigh? In the case.
In the case, about a pound.
Thank you.
I beat you, Echo. I run so fast.
He just nods. He's walking.
Is Makani blue now, or is she just a dirty sand color at this point?
There's a little bit of blue kicking through, but she's definitely got sand.
Just the edge of her nose and her cheeks are a little blue.
Are you still using that book?
Well, I was holding on to it because I was thinking maybe like, you could read it, but you could just read it like out loud, and I could like look at the pictures while you read it out loud. And
Subtlety. Makani is proficient.
Tomorrow.
okay, do you want it back now though? Okay, what did you do when you went into the traveling merchant area?
They don't have books. Trying to find more.
Yeah, I didn't ask them about the books, but you know, they had other things like plants and feathers and stuff like that.
I reach into the bag and pull out the leaf. I did get this. If you want to add it to your pack.
Well, I had one of these earlier, and I ripped it, and then I did this, and all the water like splashes, and then it all dumps out at once.
Did she just do it again?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I'm a little bit cleaner now. Yeah, just erase that out of your inventory.
Good waste of some water there. Glad I got those 10-day rations.
Where's my book? Out of curiosity.
I kind of like stuffed into like the back of her belt. It's a little bent because I was rolling down some hills. It's pretty dirty, and it's a little bit wet now too, I guess.
Keep it in the sun for some time.
Okay. Put it on the sand.
God's Wulfred.
So you all are sitting around. Kosek, I believe, was setting up his little...
No, I hadn't set it up yet.
You hadn't set it up yet.
Because each got back.
So what are you all doing? Are you all, per the conversation with Tulok and Echo, were you all going to continue traveling today and push through the night, or rest through this day and then travel at night?
My mindset was at the very least wait till like 6 or 7, right as the sun's starting to go down.
So it's not as hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm actually like, I guess I got my little tent out.
Yeah.
And I'm inside my tent.
Will that be enough time to finish that damn book?
Yeah, 3 hours uninterrupted, yeah.
I'm reading my other book then.
Makani's gonna sit really close to you. Will you read that out loud?
Echo will read it out loud.
Slows you down a little bit.
We have
You
to
don't finish
I'm
it all.
sorry, you don't have to read it out loud.
Echo wasn't aware of that, you know?
Yeah. I would say, with that, you're on the final chapter by the time you all set out. Uli, you're sitting and reading your book.
Mm-hmm.
The introduction to the book...
To take a spell, you must...
Yeah. The introduction of the book talks about the ebb and flow of lightness and dark, and the way that you use that ebb and flow internally, not only as a sense of balance, but also as a conceptual theory in life. And that's pretty much the entirety of that is the spark notes for the first chapter of this book. The second chapter goes into kind of katas, which you're very familiar with, as far as using your weapons for self-initiated maneuvers to perfect technique to center yourself. This talks about the way that movements, your body's movements, can really dictate and support how you feel spiritually. It can influence your own spiritual actions. It can influence your perception of the world around you. And that's kind of what you're getting out of the book that you've read so far. To the rest of you, though, there's this man standing awkwardly in the middle of your campsite.
Once I realized that everybody was like actually settling in, I would have set up my little lean-to.
Yeah.
Put it on like the bottom of a dune and like set it up. It's really low to the ground. Like the opening is only 3 feet.
Yeah.
And then cast shape earth a bunch of times and cover it with dirt,
Mound
and
it.
then like
It would be very cool.
and then like get down inside.
Yeah.
And like
You just kind
Is
of
your
watching.
tail kind of like
Is that
lazily
your
like
box?
it's inside.
I'm so
Huh?
used
Is it
to
your whole
like
box?
random people coming in the
This
group,
cat
so I don't even care at this
You're
point.
not even paying attention.
No.
Still pretty awkwardly just.
Hold on.
I'm standing at the entrance of Tuark's tent as well, just kind of like.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, what?
Devram would be there with you all.
Hop off the jump rope. I'm just gonna walk over behind him slightly and just look at what he's watching.
He's just...
From what you tell, he's just kind of blank staring. Just.
Devram would move up with you about the same time. You know who this guy is?
I have no clue.
Would I hear you say that?
Yeah.
I reckon my name's Wulfred.
Mm-hmm. Hi. I'm Devram.
He's gonna just kind of look at your hand but not shake it. I reckon it's a pleasure to meet you.
Mm-hmm. Pleasure's, well, Italy smells like piss.
That's not piss you're smelling. It's just dirt.
Okay. I'm gonna go build my tent and get out of the heat.
Can we help you?
I reckon I'm looking for a fella.
You're looking for a fella.
Yeah, I heard he was in this direction.
I'm confused.
I'm looking for a big guy.
I mean, last time I checked, you had quite a few over at
Mian'Jir.
your congregation over there.
I reckon I'm looking for a certain big guy. I reckon he's an orc. I reckon I know where I can find an orc that ain't got pointy ears. I reckon this orc got a scar on his face.
Why are you looking
Echo
for
would
this
have
orc?
definitely heard that with his perception.
I reckon I got my own reasonings for looking for him.
Well, I usually have my own reasons for doing anything, but when it comes to this group, you're gonna have to have a better reason than that.
Well, I reckon I'm gonna kill him.
Would Tulok have heard that?
Everyone would have pretty much heard that. About the time you say that,
Why did you stop
you
reading?
hear the wagons
Closest
of the
book.
Mian'Jir pull off and leave.
I think
I would have put
your
my
caravan's
book away.
leaving.
Hand on the shield.
I reckon they are. I didn't much know any of them. They probably forgot I was even with them.
I will inform you if trying to kill one of us, you're going to have to get through the rest of us.
Yes. I reckon I didn't say I was gonna kill one of y'all. There's one of y'all an orc with the big scar on your face.
Echo stands up.
There's actually 2 orcs here,
I ain't much of an orc with them pointy ears.
but I assure you he is.
What do you want? From out of the tent.
I could just see like Click standing there, his feathers flat on his head with his eyes just pinned right on you.
What do you want with this orc for Scar?
I reckon he'd be the one that killed my family, my wife and my daughter right in front of me. So I reckon I killed him too.
Echo sits back down, pulls his book back out, and continues reading.
Are you assuming every orc has killed your family in front of you?
No, there's just one. I reckon if I ever see him again, I'll know who he is. I just gotta see his eyes. I seen him this one time. I'll never forget him.
Echo, before I clear this with a bloody mess, will you mind showing this gentleman your eyes?
I didn't do it.
I mean, if all can be cleared is just your eyes, then I'm assuming that could be easy enough.
He's not the one to do that kind of thing. That'd have been something more I would have done. And I just take the tent flap and close it.
I reckon I wonder why you'd be calling for the Echo over here. I reckon he'd be an orc then too.
He's hiding it. Take the hood down, but leave the mask up.
As soon as he sees him, he's gonna know that that's not the orc that killed his family.
Okay.
I reckon you might have a scar on your face.
I've had my blade half out of the sheath.
Pull the mask down.
I reckon I got some bad information then.
Put the hood back on.
So you didn't kill his family?
No, little girl, he didn't. I can tell you that.
Echo, I know you wouldn't kill anybody.
No.
That's definitely a Tulak thing to
Is
do.
that all you need?
No, we're one shot.
Old murderous
Component.
Tulak.
Well, I
Large
reckon I'll be
explosive
on my
fire.
way to find another place to check. Y'all wouldn't happen to know where any more orcs are with scars on their faces.
Well, we're about to go to a tribe with like a whole bunch of them, right, Echo? Why did you stop breathing?
Where did this happen?
Would have been in your home village.
Yeah, I didn't know if this was like a world you built or like, so I didn't want to pick any villages myself or anything.
It is.
I definitely am from like a more wooded region, I would say. So
You would have been the wooded region. You could have been from one or two places. I know we hadn't really had a chance to talk about this. You could have either been from the other side of the mountains or on the other side of the continent.
I would say probably the other side of the mountains, because I'd imagine he's only been, like we had discussed, not been walking for too long.
And do you have a name for the village in mind?
No.
We'll come up with a name. We'll just kind of
It's just hope.
to keep everything going. You give them the name. I'll
Tell them
provide
how
that
to
for you all once I get that part established.
Our editor will put it in.
Yeah.
Yay, the editor will totally put that in there.
It's scrolling across the screen right now.
I reckon
Wait,
if
what's
you
that?
Insert village name.
I'm from the village, there's a shoe right there below on the screen.
Okay.
We'll say the name is Varentrost. Varentrost.
Sweet. It didn't pop on the screen, guys.
You hear
I don't have it spelled out in the bottom, so we all know.
Varen.
Varentrost. I've got that. I've got it here now. And we'll talk as we get a chance. We didn't really get a chance to talk before you came in today.
Just to clarify,
Yeah.
I'm on this coast, right?
Yep.
Where region are you referring to for him?
Varentrost would be follow the coast up northward around the mountain.
Show your map off. Like up here?
Yes, a little more westward. Yeah, right around
Okay.
there. Yeah.
So it's not your people. Or is it?
No. Because we were coming from southeast and going up, so.
Right.
It's not my kin. But if you
reckon
follow
I'll-
me just like they're following me, then I may have information for you when I get home.
I reckon all orcs know each other, right?
No.
Jeremiah.
Do you know this man? And I point to Devil.
I don't reckon I do know that, man.
But you're both human.
I don't reckon that's how it works for humans.
Leave me out of this conversation. This is just.
I just reckon that's how it works for orcs.
No, but if you want information, just follow, like everyone else.
Unless he plans on threatening anyone else here.
I reckon if you didn't kill our family, it got much to worry about.
You all are kind of continuing this conversation. The sun begins to go down and the skies begin to dim. And the air immediately begins to cool.
It feels so
I
much.
leave.
Was that a long enough time for a long rest?
I will give that.
Because as soon as I got in my tent
Yeah, that
and
was
like things quieted
like
down.
once he's established that he wasn't fighting when he was like, it was an orc who killed my family. That's not Echo.
Because for Cossack, this is bedtime.
And went
I
to
would
bed.
say that was 6 hours. I will give you all a long rest on that. Since no one really did anything of any hyper exertion, I'll give a long rest there.
My brain was exerted.
Echo doesn't go to sleep because it's not his time to sleep technically. So,
But if you get anything that restores on a long rest,
yeah.
But you didn't sleep, so
Yeah.
when we start the night, I'm going to have you all roll for exhaustion
Yes.
unless you slept during this time.
But
But anything you would have regained on a short rest, so half your hit dice return. Any features that were expended are now returned. That type of stuff. So now the sun has begun to go down, and the sky has assumed a nearly lavender color as it starts to take on a purplish hue. It's now cooled down, and it's now the agreed upon time for you all to head out.
I'll get up and go kick the cat's box.
I leave 3 of the chokebos hooked up. Because between me and Tulok, those who couldn't see the dark were probably going to rest in.
Mhm.
So Devin would have stayed up. I don't know if you stayed up or not. And if Makani would have stayed up, she could sleep all night.
I was listening to you read.
So
I would imagine that I was resting on the buggy rod that I was just on.
Yeah,
So
probably.
So
get
I would leave Uli's and Connie's birds still hooked up.
where
And
I'm smaller. I can
Their
get on the one
names
behind
are
me and
Dobby
somebody can
and
take mine.
Weejas.
Echo doesn't know their names.
Dulok doesn't love the character.
You all have 7 birds. There are 8 of you.
what does it care about leeches?
Yeah, because 2 people rode together. Who rode together? Because we had one free bird that had.
We had a pack one.
Did Makani and Click?
Oh,
ride
no,
together?
because
I turned into a
initially.
chocobo.
You turned in.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
that's
had
right.
a
You weren't
free one 'cause-
riding. I don't
We
know
had a
if
free one that
Cossack-
was assumedly for him,
Right.
but he does it on his own. So
Is it
that
is
is
a chocobo like a ostrich?
That's like
It's
a big bird.
Kind of.
like a really feathery emu.
Right.
An
Really
ostrich
tall,
size
very long
chicken,
legs.
but with but more beautiful.
Very long.
I will
tail
fix
feathers.
this. please.
Me as a player am afraid of birds, but me as a character, I'm not.
Chocobos would be very widely used in this region. They're very tame. They're usually very amicable.
Echo Chocobo is not attached to any other Chocobo though.
Okay.
He left his unattached.
Okay.
That's a land.
I'm gonna go to him while he's messing with the
Thanks.
chocobos.
Echo?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Echo as your sorting out the chocobo.
For anybody who doesn't know what a chocobo is, chocobo.
I'll put it in a little empty space.
Well, I just showed it.
It'll handle it.
The other one.
Echo, what is it that your
There also be
tribe
the
needs?
definition below.
I'm not sure.
I mean, what will help?
I was hoping to spend money on resources for that when we got closer, but the caravan had an item that may help instead. And I reach into the bag of holding and pull out. So only Uli can see this. I'm not like pulling it out in the open, but just kind of open it, pulling out the case with the red feather in it. I'm assuming red, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like a bright red, yellowish orange.
Potentially, if someone dies because of an illness, this should bring them back and remove everything. And I'm hoping maybe I can extract the magic from it to do other types of healing.
It's a very broad claim for one feather.
I know. But I have to be able to make it work. I put it back in the bag.
So, would money help?
That was my assumption.
But I mean, would it help also, is what I'm saying.
Yes.
Alright, well, I need to ask you a favor.
Okay.
So, I need help. With Ani.
What kind of help do you need?
I need to teach her. I need help teaching her. I'd teach her the elven ways, but trust me, it wouldn't be very good. Well, let's just say she'd have her nose up in the air more than I think she should.
What do you need her to learn?
Common sense.
I can help with that. She's helped me, so I can help with that.
And in return for you helping me with this, oh, screw it. I'll just open my pouch and hand him 5 plat. Give that to your tribe.
Thank you. I'll put that in the action bag.
Okay.
But I just need help with teaching her on communication, talking to people, not opening her mouth when she should. You know. Also observation. She is a little good at that when it comes to fighting, but once she's not fighting, it's out the window.
She becomes someone different when she fights.
Yes, she does.
I can help.
Well, I mean, I'd ask anyone else. I don't trust humans. And as for the other orc of ours, I don't want her trying to, being a believer in Grumsh.
Just
No
say
offense.
that Devram just
Did I hear this as well?
make perception.
I understand.
Yes, I would hear this as well.
There's more than just the one. I was taught differently, but I understand.
When you say you don't trust humans,
Doesn't believe one line, which I don't want her to, because I don't. But she doesn't need a deity, she just needs direction.
I can help with that.
And I've taught her a few things, just don't ever ask her to dance.
I wouldn't.
It's just basically it's used as distraction as something I taught her. Just don't ever.
At this point,
Yeah.
I know, that's the point.
Haven't seen it yet.
Exactly.
I'm about to ask it. Just said he didn't trust me, so it's
You're good at hiding, so I think I can know what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's what I do. But that it also helps with fevering while they're distracted.
Yeah.
So,
As you all are talking, Devram is helping you with the chocobos.
Yeah.
And taking the chocobo to each person. Concept, right? You can kind of turn into one. Yes. So you won't need one. I guess since your caravan left you...
You can only do it for so long from what we saw. How long can you maintain that?
Not for very long right now, but the birds need to stop and rest. So I can walk on foot for some time.
Okay, just want to make sure.
I am mentioning this if we pick up any more people, I'm going to get very angry.
Becoming too crowded, I agree.
Well, for the
They're
simple
my
fact that our
friends.
I reckon I agree too.
Actually,
shaking her like
I'm guessing that since your caravan left you, you're gonna come with us, right?
I reckon that's what the sound wave over there Echo said. He said I could go with you all. He said he knew some people.
Okay. Well, this is a chocobo for you.
His
You gotta answer the
name
reins.
is Tarak. Okay?
I'm confused. I thought you said that you were going to see Echo's daddy. And
No, the chocobo.
oh,
The bird.
I'm confused.
What is your dad's name? You don't like to share that information, do you?
No, because I
We're
don't
gonna-
remember, and I don't have it written down.
Let me see if I have it written down.
I reckon I'll ride this rock till we get to where the sound
His
comes
name is
from.
Turok.
But there's only one of them. There ain't 2 rocks.
That's a good point. No, it's just a name. It doesn't have to make sense.
I reckon that's true.
Like, your name is... What is your name again?
My name's Wulfred.
I don't have that.
But, like, you're not like a wolf.
I reckon that's that you know of.
Can you turn into a wolf?
No.
Oh, but so now I do know. You can turn into a wolf.
I I reckon you're right.
Why is your name Wulfred then?
Because his last name's Brindley.
I reckon it's just a name. Why you reckon your name's Makani?
That's because Uli gave me that name.
I reckon Uli gave me my name too.
Really? I'm going to go ask Uli.
Just to clarify, I know you said Devin was helping out. I made sure though that 2 of them were still attached to each one, so I know their 2's attached. And I don't know who else would be. Whoever you guys wanted to be
Already
attached
had
to.
attached.
He had one attached.
Okay.
Yeah, I have
Yes.
2 with me.
Okay. Because you had the one that was carrying stuff too, right?
What?
Did you give Wulfred his name?
What?
He said that you named him.
I reckon I played a joke on her.
What?
I reckon I told you that he gave me his name too, and that wasn't true. Just a little joke I was playing.
You got me. He's so funny. I like him.
Get on the chocobo.
Okay.
I reckon I will.
You all
Joke.
Instead of turning to a chocobo this time, I'm just going to cast Long Stride on myself,
okay?
which only increases my movement speed by 10, so I'll have 40. I think the chocobo still at 60.
Yeah,
But if they're not moving full speed the whole time,
Yeah.
I can keep up.
you'll be
just
able to
fine.
keep up.
Yeah.
Okay. You'll clear up the camp, mount your chocobos, and start moving. You all in the. What is it?
Who's driving the one in front of me?
Ours are connected.
Yeah. So let's get a marching order here.
I'll say,
I've got Devram.
yeah, because we can't have the.
So Devram and Tulok together.
Because Click, you have dark vision, right? You clarify that?
No.
He doesn't.
He does not. So there's going to be a train with.
So instead, we have 2 groups of 3, and I'm by myself.
Okay.
I'm in the front, running.
Yeah.
Well, would you be in the front though?
Yeah.
You guys don't know where you're going.
Oh yeah.
I have an idea.
Huh?
I have an idea.
We have an idea.
I was going to say, as soon as it gets dark enough to see the stars, I'm going to pull out my map that I have, which is a star map, because you can't tell where anything is in the daytime.
Yeah.
Oh.
And hold it up and true up our headings that we're going on the straightest path.
Devram, to the best of his ability, would help you with that. So if you want to make a, what do you think, survival with advantage.
You know, just sleep on that.
I think so.
So you're gonna try to sleep.
23.
23.
No, I was saying, are we making Devram roll for exhaustion, or is he?
Yes, I want everyone except for Click. Who holds is sleeping at night?
Because Devram would have slept through the night.
Am I
Devram will
allowed
sleep.
to
Okay,
try
yeah,
and
you
sleep
won't.
on the chocobo?
You can,
Okay.
absolutely.
Yeah. Then I would
Oh
be trying.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's just gonna rock me.
Okay, so whoever is staying up, so I believe that's Uli, Echo, Tulok, Cossack.
Yep, I got an exhaustion.
Well, I slept during the day.
You did sleep.
And
I
this is
slept.
back for normal.
Okay.
This is back to normal.
And I
for me.
slept. After he established he
You got a
wasn't.
few hours of sleep.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're good? Yeah. Good. I have exhaustion.
So you're the only one that's got exhaustion.
Yeah.
And I just got showed
Yeah.
an interesting drawing off camera. That's all I'm gonna say.
Was it off camera? 'Cause I'm pretty sure,
I'm
she
pretty
held
sure
up
it
and
was.
looked perfect.
I can blur it if it's too bad.
Probably.
Our editor will take care of it.
Maybe we'll get
This episode be calling our editor can take care of it, right?
I think so. You all are able to travel a great deal longer through the night. Even though the chocobos didn't really sleep during the day, they're handling the heat this level so much better. You all are able to go before, after about 2 hours, you slowed down. This time you're able to go for about 4 hours before you have to slow down. And you're able to go at a very reasonable pace. After your 4 hours, you would have to stop, feed the chocobo, give them some water, let them rest for about an hour, and then you would be able to go for another 4 hours.
What is that you're using?
What?
The parchment you have rolled up.
This is this map. This is my map.
When it's nighttime, I actually take the cloak off.
Can I see it?
You take it off.
What do you wish to do with it?
Just want to look at it when the chocobos are resting.
Don't hurt it.
Just want to kind of like look it over and
Sure.
understand it.
Make an investigation.
Ooh.
Finally. 20.
20? Yeah, you would see. At first, it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense, but then you notice that it is an alignment of stars that kind of give a direction for the stars. So you're able to find, a section of stars. The sky's very clear out here, so you're able to find and kind of measure where you're going.
Oh crap! That's a disadvantage, isn't it?
Why?
I can't remember what.
Oh,
I can't remember what
yeah.
exhaustion level 1 is.
Yeah,
Yep.
it would
All
be
ability
disadvantage.
checks are
But I'll give it to you.
disadvantage.
We've already done it. I'm not gonna recant that. So
That's what I was trying to remember. Like, what is exhaustion 1 again? Yeah, it's ability check.
It's ability checks.
Are
Yeah.
disadvantage.
So okay. Can I get back to you?
That is why this one travels at night.
It's nice. Comes in handy.
You're not the only one.
What is that?
It's a star map.
A star map.
At least that's what I assume it's called.
What does that?
What I best understand is a map of the stars above us to help us give us a direction when we travel.
it's actually Echo and Kase, because both of your perceptions are right there. And let's see, Devram, Wulfred, you all would get this as well.
Even though they're asleep.
I would imagine.
Oh, they are asleep. Yeah.
Are we in the hour of rest right now? Or?
Yeah. You all are asleep on your chocobos.
Well, I'm saying if we're in the hour of rest, I would imagine I would dismount the chocobo during that hour and just be standing near it. But I don't know which. If we're in the hours of moving, I'm like resting on the chocobo. But
Devram is feeding the chocobos now that you all have stopped.
Okay.
Giving them greens.
so I'm.
Oh, I'm asleep.
You're asleep.
Yeah.
You all hear sand shifting to your side as you all look over and see about 2.5 feet tall this little cactus that has wandered its way into the camp and is kind of moved up to where the chocobos are leaving scraps of their food and is picking up pieces of the food and eating it.
Do I know what it is?
Make an extra check.
Yeah, I would also.
Yours would be a disadvantage.
Yeah, I know.
I clearly don't see it, so
5.
did you say my passive?
Trying to about wheat jacks.
Don't know what it is, but I was gonna break some of my rations apart. Just kind of lightly hold it out.
What is the check for?
Nature. Make yours an advantage because you are from
That's
this
a
region.
desert creature.
I just rolled perception to see if I saw it.
There we go.
Would you,
19.
Did you see it?
I can see it.
Yeah. What'd you get?
19.
19. You know this to be a cactar.
Harmless. Or
Dangerous if provoked.
just let him offer his food to it.
Yeah. You offer the food towards it.
Yeah.
It's sitting there eating, and it sees you, and it stops and kind of freezes in this like.
I just kind of like freeze, just hold my hand out with the food.
And it reaches slowly and grabs the food. Make a dex check.
Not saving throws, right? Just
Right.
ability checks.
Yeah.
11!
11.
$38 points of damage.
No, it's not that much.
It's 37.
4 points of piercing damage as it grabs and the needles all over its
Okay.
arm.
But I saw it wasn't an intentional thing. It was
Right.
Yeah.
It did it kind of mistakenly. It takes the food, eats the food, and then it just kind of freezes again, and it's just like looking around.
Did you like that?
It just, and then it takes off running again. And I mean, it's quick too, like just gone.
What the hell was that?
It hurt.
We're gonna be a gang dog.
Is that it?
Well, you asked what it was. I told you what it was.
This is what it is. Not
Okay.
everything in the desert wants to kill you.
Surprisingly.
Yes, just a lot of it.
Right.
Just most.
Another on the other side has begun to pop up and kind of move down towards the dune and is approaching. Chocobos very carefully and grabs another little piece of the straps and is doing it until it notices you all watching it, and then it also freezes in position.
Take the other half of that bread.
Don't
Hold it down
Don't-
as well.
don't keep feeding them. They will never leave us alone.
You might want to drop it though. You don't want to
Make another dex check.
and just straight to it.
Ow.
That's only one piercing. As it also grabs it and begins to eat it.
Whenever it finishes, can I in Druidic? I don't know if it's an actual language, but can I like shoo it?
Yeah, make it
But like friendly.
Imagine
Beyond
caption, shoes and druid.
Yeah, shoes in Druidic, exactly. Animal handling. 16.
16. Yeah, you kind of shoo it and it freezes it first, and you're just get go, and it takes off running again, leaving a little trail of dust behind it as it goes.
Then I eat my own ration.
And as you all finish your little rest, mount your chocobos again, and continue on for the second half of the night, you see that in this particular part of the desert, you see a bunch of other cactars that are just running full sprint in various directions through the desert, crossing their paths and all this. They're not extremely interested in you all, but you do see a number of them as you travel through the desert. The sun begins to rise in the east. You all are moving in a southward direction, so the sun will be rising on this side for you. You continue moving. The chocobos are starting to slow down at this point. They're tired. They've not really slept.
I ran out of first level spell slots, so I also slowed down.
Oh, have you? You all kind of go until the sun is fully out, and then you stop at a point where you're able to make walls with dunes, and everyone set up their tents and provide water for the chocobos. As you all now start your first day of sleep in the Gustam Desert.
We'll have a dev room.
I'm wide awake. What do you guys want to do?
I'm going
Click.
to rest.
Oh no, I just woke
watch.
up. Lily, don't go to sleep.
Before we
Went off through the
20-foot
night.
perimeter alarm
Right.
and
I'm going to be so boring.
to its echo. He's outside it.
It's only 4 hours, it's fine.
Okay, Lily. I will protect you and make sure that nothing attacks you and kills you while you are asleep.
So,
And if it does, you fail.
staying awake through the day is Makani, Click,
Yep.
Devram, and Wolf.
Yeah.
And what about halfway through the day you wake up?
Mhm.
4 hours?
With Tulok, Echo, Cossack, and Uli settling down for the morning. That's where we're going to leave off. And we'll pick back up next time as you all continue your trek through the Gustam Desert.
Hey, first
Yeehaw.
episode!
And with the group now traveling at night and resting during the day, the question is what awaits them as they continue pushing through the desert? Well, let's find out next time on Wasted 20s. And like always, thank you for tuning in, thanks for watching, and check out our other shows. So if you're a fan of Dragon Ball Super, the trading card game, watch that. If you're a fan of just doing beer reviews, we have a Talking Tipsy podcast that we do as well on this channel. And pretty soon we have Attack on Kitchen actually finally getting into the works. And hopefully soon we'll be doing one-shots on Friday with 2 battles for Dragon Ball Super a week instead of doing 1 battle. And like always, thank you for tuning in, and have a good one.